to the challenge show on Rapid Motion Africa. It's the Pro Tour from Kyalami, Goldwagen Challenge and Altec Porsche Club Challenge. A big thanks as always to Goldwagen for this fantastic action from the Pro Tour. It's the final race of the season, and Kyalami, the Grand Prix of Entertainment, is where the action is going to take place. Some big fields of cars, including a couple of new ones thrown in right at the end of the season just to get all the development done for 2011. This championship has been one of the best we've seen all season, some of the closest racing, and we're looking forward to more of the same. Thompson is the championship leader. Eddie Rodriguez is going to go for Class A, but Lee Thompson wants to take that away from him and possibly spoil Charles Smallberger's day. In qualifying though, it was all about Yanni van Rooyen in Class B. He was ahead of Quinton Thompson and Andrea BATE, and in Class P, Ryan Thalay and a new man, Steve Hurley, in first and second. Class X was dominated by Gosman.
Tell me about what's happening with yourself and Goldwagen.
Yes, it's been a fantastic year. Please give me the opportunity to thank Goldwagen and the associated sponsors, including you guys, for a fantastic year and some good coverage. Yes, everybody seems to be in a nice, relaxed mode, which is fantastic. We had a fantastic season without any real big incidents and stuff. We're all alive and well. Everybody seems to be in a nice, relaxed mood. I see everybody walking around with big smiles on their faces. I think it's going to be a fantastic race.
Steve, out of the bug and into the polos, obviously loving it because that was a nice, tasty qualifier.
Yes, no, it was a bit tense for a while. 3 weeks ago, the car was just a shell, but we worked our asses off for 3 weeks now, night, every weekend, and Andre did a fantastic job building the car. I sat in it for the first time yesterday morning. We didn't get all the sessions in, but it's magnificent.
Thank goodness we didn't have Graham Nathan in the field this time. This time he came into the commentary booth. Nate, the final round of the season, buddy, and we've had a good one so far.
What a bad start there from Quinton Thompson. Absolutely shocking. His dad goes around the outside. Andrea up the inside of him. Can she hold it going into turn 2? She throws it right up the inside of even Peter. She's gone to second position, right in there behind Yanni van Rooyen.
Good start from Yanni van Rooyen in the Goldwagen Golf. He goes up into turn 1 in the lead. Rothman is back and means business. He's looking for a way on the inside. Goes on the inside of Quinton Thompson and outdoes him onto the whole back straight. That is awesome stuff. They are side by side, but look at that. Thompson had a bit of drive out of there.
Thompson doing a great job here, but out in front, I have to say that Andrea is doing a superb job. She is sticking it to the guys, right in there behind Yanni van Rooyen. Yanni hasn't got a moment to relax. Look at this, inside, outside, having a look all over the show.
Chad Bartram in the background under pressure now from Rothman. Rothman goes one car back, so Evan Rothman not getting to grips with the conditions too early on, and he's also under a bit of pressure himself, so it's really going to get tight there. You've got Philip Cruiser, Adrian Dalton, and of course you've got Andrea BATE at the front end. They all want to catch, but what a start here for the P's.
Ryan Thalay out in front, right behind him is Hurley, behind him is Dion Holiday, and these guys are going at it. 15-second gap, and they're going to try and catch the Class B cars. Piet Potgieter is also there. He's in 4th place. Jake Jacobs in 5th. Piet Versaghi and Mohammed Dango make up this field.
So look at that, it's all about the usual contenders in Class P. Class X gets underway too. Gosman, as I said, was the dominant force in qualifying, and it looks like he's going to try and take a double victory here, but Justin Taylor is not going to make it easy for him. He is in the only racing jet, I think, in the world, and he is really pushing it and starting to put the pressure on right from the word go.
He's trying really hard. Behind him we've got Gavin Munro. He also wants to have a piece of this action. He goes up the inside of Justin. No, not this time. Justin slams the door. He's concentrating on Greg Gosman. He probably doesn't even know that Gavin is there.
So into the bowl go the Class Bs, and Peter Thompson hasn't been able to do anything about Andrea BATE. He's right on her tail. He's going to look on the inside. Can he make this one stick? Oh! Little tag.
Andrea slams the door. Jeez! How's that for slamming the door? Peter getting out of it. He might even compromise himself, and having a look up the inside of him is Chad. Chad goes to the other side. He decided that it would be too much on the grass there.
Yeah, I think he just backed out of that one completely because he was not going to make the corner if he didn't find a way past. He tucked in behind Peter Thompson, and it looks like Peter Thompson is now going to use that little bit of extra drive he got to try and get around Quinton. He goes around Quinton into turn 1, fastest part of the circuit.
I think Quinton's trying to help his dad here with regards to championship, because it's up between Yanni and Peter for the position in that championship. But going up the inside of Quinton comes Chad Bartram, flicks it up the inside while Quinton wasn't paying attention. He goes up the inside and takes a position position away.
And just uses another bit of the inside curbing coming through back to the Class B's. Thole, Hurley, Holiday, and Piet Potgieter. This is a superb little battle, and great to see the new car up there already and so quick.
Absolutely. Andrea Hart done a great job of Steve Hurley's motor car. But how's this for a gaggle of cars? They are on the same straight, the entire racing field of the Polos.
Awesome stuff in Class P, as it's always been all season long. You can see that Holiday has definitely got to grips with his car this weekend. He's not having any of the same kind of problems we saw the last time out. He now puts the pressure onto Hurley. Hurley does the same thing to Thole. I can tell you something, you're going to have to work a bit harder than that, Steve, because Ryan has got that Nathan's Motorsport Polo absolutely dialed in.
Piet Potgieter lying in fourth position there. He gets off of a motorbike and comes and does the business in a motorcar. Back to Class X here. We've still got Justin Taylor and Gavin Munro going at second position on the road. But a little bit further. Where's he gone? Justin's gone wide. He has right off the racetrack. Let's have a look-see. Can Gavin do the business going into turn one? He's going around the outside, which puts him on the correct side of the racetrack for turn two. They go through there together. Who's going to do it? Let's have a look. Justin, they're going around with each other. But it is Gavin, I'm sure, who got through there.
Awesome bit of driving from the two of them, side by side out of turn two, and usually that ends up in tears. So it's Chad Bartram, as we saw earlier, getting ahead of Quinton Thompson. Thompson trying to go back at him, as you say, trying to help out Peter there, then Eben Rothman just behind them. So a nice little battle here for Class B, but I don't know if Andrea Bate is going to find a way past Yanni. Yanni is making that Golf 1 as wide as a Golf 5, buddy.
I don't think she knows the script, though. She doesn't want to help out anybody except get to the front. She's trying as hard as she possibly can. Eben Rothman has recovered from the little bit of an incident he had earlier, but Andrea trying really hard as she winds that motor car up, going a little bit wide on the way down to the line.
Starting to cook the tyres a little bit, I think, and that might just come into effect a bit later on. Peter Thompson also now getting onto the back end, has closed the gap down between 1 and 2 and his third place, opened up a bit of a gap, and there's a change up too. Chad Bartram's fallen back. He's been outdone by Thompson. I think that was into the final corner, and now Thompson is under the pressure once again from Bartram. Bartram and Rothman coming at him big time. This time he learns his lesson, closes the door, doesn't allow Chad through.
I think he's paying attention to the cars behind him now, not watching his dad anymore. Quinton Thompson puts his head down. He's going to try and drive back up to the back of Peter and push him along. If need be, he's going to push him in a straight line. Peter needs to get near Yanni van Rooyen, who's at the moment doing a superb job of leading this race.
Another man who's coming into the play here. Looks like it's going to be Adrian Dalton and the MFC car there as well. Also just coming into the back end of this battle. So nothing in it between these guys. Bartram goes defensive into Clubhouse. Oh, good driving there. The 85 car. Whoa, we're getting it completely wrong. Well held, but keeping it all together.
Back to the Class P's. There's still Thole ahead of Hurley, ahead of Holiday, ahead of Piet Potgieter. And yeah, we got Piet Versaki having a go. Oh, spinner! Holiday's thrown it away! That's third position away!
Can you believe that? Dion Holiday making a massive mistake, and well, that's going to put him right at the back of the field. He's going to have to work hard. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get back into the top 5. Hopefully he's got some, but right now he's got to catch Piet Versaki, and of course this man, absolutely hauling around, Jake Jacobs.
Worm Jakes to you, sir.
Sorry, Worm Jakes, that's right, yeah.
These guys are trying really hard, but out in front we got Yanni van Rooyen, Andrea Bate, Peter Thompson, Quinton Thompson. The racing hasn't stopped yet. The flag is not out. Andrea runs wide. She has run wide. She's going to compromise her exit speed there. Peter's going to have a go. He's definitely not going to sit around and watch. He knows exactly that what she's done, and there he goes. He's going to put himself on the inside for turn 2. No, Andrea hangs on for dear life. Great job there, Andrea.
Check how close he gets, though. Comes on the inside. This is the line that we saw Chad Bartram use. He's gone on the inside, and he's going to get through. And here comes Quinton. Quinton's going to try the same thing. Can he get past? It'll be awesome if he can put himself between Andrea Bate and Peter Thompson and leave the two older statesmen to go and battle it out for this Class B championship.
This is a straight scrap between the guys who are battling it out for points in the championship. First and second position. Quinton comes up the inside of Andrea. She runs a normal wide line, and Quinton throws it up the inside. Can she go back at him? He was inside. Now she has a look at it. Right up behind him. He's going to have to go defensive. Andrea goes inside. Can he hold it around the outside? No. Quinton goes back one position.
Now chopping and changing every single corner they've gone to.
Oh, he goes inside.
For the S's, who's going to have it for the S's now? Thompson's got the inside line. Andrea will back out of that one. Discretion, the better part of valor, and now tries to get a good drive out of the second S up towards West Bank.
I don't think she understands the word back out, Greg. She is trying as hard as she possibly can. Some great driving there from the two of them. Great respect for the vehicles. They know this is the last race there. I'm sure she's going to have a go. There it is. Quinton Thompson is going to get a lesson here, buddy.
Yeah, he's definitely been shown the way around, and now they go side by side out of Westpac, the third part of the apex. Now they come down the mine shaft. It's going to be a drag race. Bate versus Thompson. Who's going to have what it takes on the brakes? Into the mine shaft sweep. Oh, they've gone side by side. There's nothing to worry about braking.
She goes right around with him, man. Gee, some great stuff there. Quinton Thompson probably thinking, how am I going to get rid of this lady?
It's going to be a difficult task there, Quinton. She is not going to let up one bit. Gosman leads out in the X's. What's happening between Justin Taylor and Monroe? Waiting for them to come into our shots now. There they come. Taylor still hangs on, and then it's Monroe. So the Golf 2 has not been able to catch the Jetta. Looks like there's a problem though. That's Evan Rothman. Why is he so far back? He's fallen completely out of Class B.
Yeah, he must have made an error or something's failed in his motor car. Evan Rothman right out of the battle in Class B. He's running amongst the Class X cars, and they're behind the Class B cars. So he's really battling there. Hard luck there for Evan at the last race of the year.
So Gavin Monroe is the man in third place, and the man in fourth place, of course, is two ladies. They're not actually men. It's Elke van Vletter and Gina Monroe. They're having a great battle at the back end and waiting to see them come through. There you see Rothman on the sideline, and Rothman with a massive problem here. Last race of the season, you don't want to be seeing this kind of action.
Yeah, tough break for Evan Rothman there. He comes all the way from Cape Town, or he hails from Cape Town, and he would have liked to have finished it off with a great result, but a battle here between Jake Jacobs and Pierre Fasaki. These two elderly statesmen are battling a little bit with these new motor cars. Out in third position is still Piet Potgieter. This is the battle for fourth. Up the inside goes Piet. Jakes, he slams the door, runs it slightly wide, but out in front we've still got Ryan Thole. I don't know where Hurley's gone. Hurley's gone missing here, Greg.
Steve Hurley just missing at the final stages there. Something went wrong with his car. So unfortunately he's not going to make the final race here of the season, where it's only going to be BP and X. Just remember, the next race is going to be all the classes together across the line. It is going to be a race for the line here, and Yannick van Rooyen will hang on only just to beat out Peter Thompson for second place in Class B. Right behind them comes Quinton Thompson. He eventually won the battle between himself and Andrea BATE. But what an awesome dice between those guys to finish up the season. Thole takes the Class B's, Piet Potgieter in second, and Jake Jacobs hung on to beat Piet Fasaki. In Class X, it was all about Craig Gosman. He won out Justin Taylor, Gavin Monroe, Van Vletter and Monroe.
I think they all know you're quitting at the end of this one. They're saying, let's give him an easy time now.
I hope not. I was looking at the times. No, we were actually going quite quick. It didn't feel quick. I saw the Andrea. She was doing so bloody well, and she was on the back all the time. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'm going too slow. And then when I tried to speed up, I couldn't. I thought, what the hell is happening here? But yeah, it was an awesome race, and all my competitors, they were driving so bloody well. We had a fantastic time.
Now moving on to the Class A and C. And Lee Thompson, he's the man who wants to take this championship in Class A, but he's got to battle hard with Eddie Rodriguez. And you can see Rodriguez down in fourth place on the grid. Not good enough. Charles Smallberger in Class C will outdo Stuart MACK.
Eddie, the Class A's this year has been between you and Lee Thompson. We're down to the final. What can you do?
Look, all I can do is really try my best. I've had a little bit of hassles yesterday with the car, replaced the engine, replaced the gearbox this morning, so a little bit on the back foot, but yeah, we're going to go out and give it horns, eh?
Charles, with a massive field here at the final and a couple of cars between you and Stuart MACK, that should give you a good buffer.
Yes, Matt. I had a good qualifying yesterday, and hopefully carry the pace through into the race, and that should be good for the victory. We just go out there, try our best, and see what happens.
Down towards turn one, always crucial to get into the lead, because with such a big pack of field behind you, you're really going to have your wits about you. Lee Thompson looks like he's got the whole shot, and Economides is going to slot in behind him, and Eddie Rodriguez has to get ahead. He must get third and try to close down on Lee as quickly as possible.
Lee Thompson out in front. He's taken a bit of a gap already. He obviously understands colder tyres, but up the inside of George Economides, it looked like it was Needham going up things. Around the outside of Voldy Mankies goes Juan GERBER. Voldy's stuck behind Derek, and John just goes, I'll go if you're not going to, bud.
Nice big field of Class C's here as well. Remember, this championship has already been wrapped up by the man in that lime green coloured car coming through your shot now, Charles Smallberger. He's the man who has already won the championship, so it's a battle for second place that we're looking for. And right now, it's a great start from Andre Needham, but Smallberger comes straight back at him, and Stewie Mack around the outside of the Bulldog.
having a look up the inside with Smallberger there. Let's have a look, see if he made it stick. And he's still up the inside. Needham on his outside. These Class C cars have got so much respect for each other. They ride next to each other, side by side. No panels, no mirrors. It's probably because Daddy pays for all the parts.
No doubt about that as they come through. But is it a really close little battle here in the Class A's? Things are not going to be too easy for the guys up front, because between the top 9 cars, there's only about a second here. There goes Henning up the inside, and already starting to make his way through the field. A couple of new cars, as I mentioned. Jose Pereira in the 69 car, and of course Wayne Masters making a welcome return. He's got some new sponsors on the side of the cars. We go on board with Juan GERBER in the Wins Golf.
Juan GERBER right behind Derek Smallberger. He's trying really hard to get to the front of the pack, but out in front is Lee Thompson, ahead of George Economides, and then Quinton Needham. Eddie Rodriguez has to pull his finger out if he wants to win this Class A championship. He's trying really hard. So is Lee. Lee throws it away. He hangs onto it. Some superb driving there by Lee Thompson. Great job, boy.
Just showing how quickly those little polos can snap out on you. There come the golf battle up towards the top of the hill. And on board with Stuart MACK. There's Andre Needham ahead of him. He's got to get ahead of Needham. This is the battle for second place in this championship. Stuart MACK would love to take that away and spoil the day for the championship contenders.
But it's still Charles Smallberger. He's out in front. Stuart MACK trying really hard. Charles Derrick right behind him as well. Class C, Class A, there's racing wherever you go on this racetrack, but Charles Smallberger, he's wanting to take the bragging rights away from these guys by saying, I won the last race of the year.
Yeah, stamping his authority on the championship that he's already won. That's what it's all about. Just in the background there, Dion van der Walt in, what is that, a Volkswagen Golf, as opposed to a Volkswagen Golf?
I'm not sure what he's driving up the inside. Stuart MACK comes up the inside of Andre Needham. Andre gives him enough space. Stuart gives him enough space. Now it's a drag race down to turn 2. Because turn 1 is just a slight sweep. These guys can handle it flat out, but turn 2 is a different story.
Darroch right on their tail and looking for any mistake that could be made. Also picked up on Alvin Kutsia just in the background there, the MFC car. The battle for the front end is between these two, and it's side by side through turn 2. Normally gets out of shape there. You can see the car starting to run a bit wide. Here comes Darroch on the inside. Can he make it stick on Stuart MACK? Oh, this is awesomely close.
Stuart MACK is concentrating really hard on Needham. He wasn't watching Darroch. Darroch sticks it up the inside. He hasn't let go for 1 minute. Stuart runs slightly wide. That's not going to help his cause in catching Charles Smallberger, because the two of them are scrapping so hard. Charles just puts his head down, drives the normal, comfortable lines, and he goes away.
Getting away quite nicely as well. He's opening up about 2 or 3 seconds over the rest of the field. That's going to be vitally important here. At the front though, look at that, Economides is closed right onto the back end of Lee Thompson. So whatever Lee Thompson's problem was is happening to the same way that Valdi Mikey's is finding a problem with Gerrit Henning. Henning is probably the quickest man out there and starting to put in some really hot lap times. A 2:05.1 there, and that is awesome driving.
Gerrit Henning doing a superb job. He's carving his way through the field. These guys are going to have to go some, otherwise he's going to be there any minute now. Lee Thompson goes slightly defensive, and George Economides knows he's got a problem. There it is. Lee Thompson is under pressure from George Economides. It's going to happen now. He flicks it through turn 13. Lee Thompson, for the first time in a long time, into second position. George Economides down through the gearbox. As you can hear that Mark 1 steady goal winding it up through the exhaust system there. Off he goes. He's trying as hard as he can. Great job there by him.
He's got ahead, and now he's trying to open up a bit of a gap, and you can see that the problem behind Lee Thompson has not been corrected yet, because the car seems to be a bit squirrely for my liking, and as he comes through turn 1 and 2, he's now under pressure once again from the boys right on their tail. Smallberger being one of them in the Sabertech Polo.
Lee Thompson is under pressure. He knows he can't let Eddie Rodriguez get ahead of him. If he lets him get ahead of him, he's not going to get this Class A championship. So he's trying everything he knows in whatever problem he's got to hang on to that position. Gerrit Henning carrying the back wheel round through Lone Hill 2 as we have a look at Andre Needham running off the racetrack. Stuart MACK has finally got through. Needham under pressure now from Darroch. Darroch almost tags him going through turn 13. He goes up the inside for 14. Can he make it stick? No. Needham managing to hang on, getting it all sideways. These guys don't understand straight.
Yeah, there's no straight. It's always sideways. It's drifting here. It's the Goldwagen drifting challenge that we've got going on. No, not quite. They've got it sideways in these Golfs. Front wheel drives don't normally oversteer, but they've got them oversteering. This is how hard these guys are pushing these cars.
I'm sure these tires are taking massive strain. It's the last race of the year. The temperatures are up, the pressures are up, and they are trying everything they know. George Economides still out in front. Lee Thompson hanging on for dear life. Whoa! Needham getting it all sideways again. a sideways Needham family, it looks like. If it's not Andre, it's Quinton. These guys are going at it. Everyone's trying to outdo the next one on TV coverage, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh, there's a wheel. Oh, that's a wheel of one of the cars. I'm not quite sure which it is. It's a wheel of the Polo. It's Anton Kriel. That ain't right. Where did he end up? Dude, you can't lose a wheel through there, buddy. That's going to put you onto your roof sometime.
Yeah, losing a wheel through the S's is crazy. At the inside of Needham comes Derek. Derek sticks it through up the inside. A great move there by Giles. Awesome drive out of Clubhouse. He's going down towards the S's. Can he go around the outside? Needham hangs around there. Oh! Wall sideways. Bang into the wall. Giles Derek just trying too hard.
Biggity bang from Giles Derek, all on his own. Didn't have any touch there from Needham. Look at this. Here's the replay going into the S's. They are side by side. Absolutely perfectly matched. And unfortunately, it's Derek that gets it wrong. Front fender in and spin it around, back fender in, and that's one broken golf.
Some really tough luck there. He was trying really, really hard. Maybe there's something down on the racetrack there. There's a lot of sideways through that corner. Oh, have a look here. That is Needham's car. There's a bit of smoke out the back of it, and he's losing a lot of pace really quickly. Something has gone wrong with a guy that was lying in third position as Derek Smallberger goes past. There it is, confirmation. Smoke out the back. Maybe he's putting a bit of oil down.
Could possibly be, and Baldy Mikey's will feel it probably the quickest out of anybody, if he is, because he's now right on the back end of the 8-valve performance machine. So, Sabertech Polo, then we got the Wins Golf, 8-valve performance, and Baldy Mikey's, he's pushing hard and looking for a way through. Can he get past in that Albatross Motors Polo? I'm not quite sure. It looks like the problem seems to have settled a bit.
Derek Smallberger sitting there with John Gerber breathing all over, but ahead of Derek has gone Gerrit Henning. He's got ahead of these guys. Further back in Class C, we've got Badresh Lalo, we've got Dion, and we've got Alvin. These guys are scrapping as well. There's a race right to the back of the field in the class. 4th, 5th, and 6th place on the road, and all wanting to maybe get onto the podium. They're in amongst some of the back markers now. Slower cars are going to be a factor, and the MFC cars side by side. What is this formation flying here at the end from Lala and from Alvin? Oh, speaking of flying, you're getting it sideways. Oh, he's got it sideways again. Lala gets it completely wrong. Well held, Badresh, and I think, yeah, oh, well done, Dion van der Walt. Spins out in sympathy. Dion spins in sympathy. Back to the front of the field, we've got George ECONOMIDES out front by a long way. He's put his head down, he's going up the inside, goes Valdi Mankis. Valdi finally making his way past Quinton Needham, who runs it slightly wide or gets pushed slightly wide, but he comes back at him. He comes back in. Valdi this time getting pushed slightly wide. These guys down a gear and a drag race. Off they go. Once again, look at the respect. No damage to the cars.
Check the respect not being shown to what is the championship leader at this stage, Lee Thompson by Gerrit Henning. Henning has taken some victories. He means business. He wants to get past. He's got past. He's actually putting the pressure onto ECONOMIDES now as they come onto the little straightaway. ECONOMIDES got a problem. He pulls it in the lane. It looks like something's broken on the back end of that car, and that has now given the lead to Gerrit Henning. Oh, Thompson's under pressure. All of a sudden, Juan GERBER can smell a win, and if he can get ahead of Thompson, maybe he can close down on Henning.
But more importantly, where's Eddie Rodriguez? He's gone. Thompson doesn't have to win this race anymore, Greg. I don't see Eddie Rodriguez. Has he fallen out? But it's Juan GERBER. He's trying as hard as he can. Thompson hangs on through turn 1. He puts Juan GERBER on the wrong side of turn 1, which makes it really tight for turn 2. Lee Thompson hasn't let up for 1 second. Although he might have won Class A, he does not want to end up behind these guys.
It'd be awesome to see if he can move up in the championship overall as well. So that's what Lee Thompson is fighting for. He might have won Class A with no Eddie Rodriguez. That's the winner of Class C today and the championship. Who's in second? It's Stuart MACK. Oh man, has he opened up a huge lead.
Stuart MACK is battling his heart out to try and catch Charles Smallberger. He's miles behind him right now. Have a look here. Charles Smallberger coming down to the line to start another lap. But Stu is trying. He hasn't let up for 1 second. Charles is going to have to do absolutely everything right because Stuart MACK has not let go.
3.5 second gap between the two of them as they cross the line. You can see it's all about the action at the front end of the field. Ian Prinsloo, he's unfortunately fallen back, getting to grips with his car early on, but not really getting in the pace that we see from the other Class A competitors. He'll definitely get to grips with it later on. In amongst the back markers now. Check this out. Henning leads out. And Lee Thompson, whoa! Mark Gregory getting it sideways, buddy. Well held.
Gregory getting in the way there. He's getting muscled out of the way by the Class A cars. Unfortunately, spinning out of his race as well. Juan GERBER, though, he's still got his head down and trying as hard as he possibly can. He's hoping that somebody slows Lee Thompson down so he can have a go. And there it is. Lee Thompson gets compromised. Oh! sticking it up the inside of him. Williams getting a bit of muscle there, but out in front it was Gerard Henning ahead of Lee Thompson, Juan GERBER, Derek Smallberger and VWChallengeSA.
That was the top 5 in Class A. Class C, Smallberger won out, Mack and Needham 2nd and 3rd. Alvin Kutsia hung on to 4th ahead of Dion van der Walt.
Hey Gerard, this is lining up to be a nice way to end the season, eh brother?
Yeah, we had a terrible qualifying yesterday, just battled with some breaks and yeah, managed to fix it over the night. And yeah, we can just say thank you to Yanni with all his support that he's given us. And yes, great race, thanks a lot.
Lee, coming into the final round, playing the long game, winning the championship. Tell me about that race.
From the first lap, I just had no brakes. We put new brake pads in this morning in warm-up. Bedded them in like normal procedure, anything. I promise you, I had no brakes. So when I saw Eddie pull into the pits, I think, I just let the Oaks go because they were just all over me. Not make a mistake, it's for the championship. I'm not sure where this puts us now. We still have to go work it out because it was 1 point between myself and Eddie coming into this race. But let's go work it out.
Everybody, that means all classes, calling all cars. Race 2, 9 laps. And we're going to have about 60 motor cars on the racetrack at the same time.
Mayhem on the cars. Lee Thompson straight into the front of the race. You got Dwayne Masters up the inside of Jody Robertson. Can Jody go around the outside? Wayne backs out of it this time. And Robertson takes the position away. But out in front, we still got Lee Thompson. Have a look at this. There are cars everywhere. It's like inside, outside, around the 3 wheels, 2 wheels. The guys are trying everything.
10 wheels, Brie, at some stage there, because there were 5 cars in a row, but that's how it goes. Looks like Thompson get a much better start. I think he heard you in the first commentary. Yeah. And we're definitely not caught napping this time. As they go into turn 2, we got on board with Charles Smallberger. B's and C's starting together. And wow, Smallberger's already in amongst some of the Class B's.
Charles Smallberger sitting right in there behind the Class B contenders. He's got to concentrate on the guys behind him. I'm sure Stuart MACK is right behind him. And the Class B start, we've got Ryan Thurlow doing a great job this time. Out of the blocks properly, Dion Holiday into 2nd position. Piet Versace, Jake Jacobs, Piet Potgieter, Mohammed Dangle. Then we've got Class X right behind them. We've got Kim, that is Kim Erland, also stuck right in there. Up the inside of Jake Jacobs, I'm sure that was Gregory. No, it wasn't Gregory, it was Andy Gossman's boy, Greg Gossman.
That's him, Greg Gossman. So as he comes up onto the main straightaway, we go back to the leaders. They're at turn 9 already, West Bank corner. And look at how they're fanning out, trying to find positions. The Sabertech boys going at it. There's Clayton LaRue, we haven't seen much of him all day. Andy Gossman right at the back. But the front end of this field is all about ECONOMIDES and Lee Thompson. VWChallengeSA is up to 3rd place. He's got ahead of Needham. Then we've got a battle royal coming through there. And it looks like Jody Robertson is putting the pressure onto Henning.
Henning is under pressure. He's trying to catch Juan GERBER. Quinton Needham has still not fixed the car. There's still a bit of smoke coming out of it. It might be old residue. These guys are trying hard. He's going to drive it until it explodes, I'm sure. But Class B, we've still got Quinton Thompson. He's heading out. Johnny van Ryan, Andrea BATE. Up the inside comes Dalton. Can he make that on stick? There's cars every. Charles Smallberger is under pressure by it. That looks like Giles Derrick. They fixed that motor car and he's back in it.
Yeah, I want to say that it's more like Giles Derrick under pressure there from Charles Smallberger. He went on the inside. Big changes all the way through. Dalton hanging on, only just ahead of Chad Bartram. These are the kind of pressure that we get. Stuart MACK, the Giulio Sabatini Volkswagen Golf, our onboard cameraman going into the bowl. Has he got someone on his inside? No. If there was someone there, their nose would have been cut off despite their face. Stuart MACK hanging on.
Would have gone bang, but Peter Thompson, he's now under pressure. It looks like he's under pressure from Eben, man. He's checking it out from Cape Town.
Oh, bro, you can see north to feel. He thinks it's like Table Mountain, bro.
He likes it driving as hard as they can. Jake Jacobs, Mohammed Dangle. There's no giving up for one. Piet Versace also in that melee. 3-1.
Oh, Speedy Glasshouse gets it sideways. Give it horns there, Mo. Loving life, but he gets it sideways, then puts it on the dirt. Justin Taylor takes evasive action. Can he sneak through in the Jetta? I think he might just do that. Yes, he does. And he's going to bring Monroe on for the ride too as Dangle runs wide again. He's looking at him going, hey, you're a Class X car. I'm in P.
What's the story here? Out in front of Class A, we've still got Lee Thompson, 3rd position is VWChallengeSA, 2nd position, George ECONOMIDES. George has fixed his car. Gerard Henning coming through the field. Juan GERBER goes up the inside. Gerard was inside. John's now inside. Down to the mine shop. This is flat out stuff in 4th gear. Just about on the limiter. And they hang it through there. Have a look at that stuff. The car is balancing on a knife edge.
I just love the fact that Gerard Henning is coming through this field like a hot knife through butter, as you said, the knife edge, because he did that in the first heat and took the victory. Can he do the same thing here again in race 2? Somebody runs wide there, I think it was Robertson. Robertson running a little bit wide, just ahead of the Sabertech car there, and looks like it's a battle royal once again. On the inside, come flying through Simon Mosley out of nowhere on the back end of Masters.
Masters under pressure from Mosley, but so is Valdi Meintjes under pressure from Needham. Needham didn't have a good first race, still a little bit of an oil leak out of that car, but as I said to you earlier, Greg, he's going to hang in there until it doesn't want to go anymore. George ECONOMIDES just can't hang on to Lee Thompson. I'm sure Lee has sorted out the problem he had, and he needs to take the bragging rights. He wants to put one across his oaks in a big way.
Well, that's exactly what he's done, because he's just put in the hottest lap time of the day, a 2:05 dead. Absolutely amazing stuff in a Class A Goldwagen car. That is Lee Thompson's skill around the circuit. Johnny Robertson showing a bit of skill of his own, trying to put the pressure onto the Wins car and managing to just put him a little bit sideways through turn 3.
Here it comes, Class B, Jannie van Rooyen up the inside. He goes up the inside of Quinton Thompson. Great driving there by Jannie. Now Quinton goes up the inside. Andrea's sitting behind them going, okay, whoever, let's go. And right behind them is Peter Thompson. Class B, the first 4 cars, Fender trailer stuff.
It is definitely, it's like a steam train, never mind a Fender trailer, but there's about 4 trailers parked on the back end here. This is Class X, Gossman still leading out, just behind Piet Potgieter. The Class X battle is now in amongst the Class B boys, and Versaghi and Oom Jakes are going at it hammer and tongs, not holding anything back. Munro's got ahead. No, he hasn't. He's just behind Taylor. So these guys also haven't given anything up.
Now these guys are going at it, and just behind them is Mohammed Dangle. He's come back to race for the first time this year. That car's been standing, collecting dust for a long, long time, and he's back in the game. A great job there from Mo. Great stuff from the Speedy Car Sales team.
Behind him is Henry van Vleuten in the Batmobile. You can see he's also just starting to get to grips with that new format, Class X. But Mo absolutely sideways through turn 2. Back to the Class B battle. Goldwagen versus Thompson Racing. And what's happened to Peter? He's fallen a little bit back there, so he's lost a bit of ground to Andrea BATE. Hopefully he can make that up, heading up towards Westbank.
Evan Rothman right behind Peter Thompson, so he can't calm down for 1 minute. Valdi Meintjes now under pressure. He's been pushed by Gerard Henning. Gerard won the first heat, and he wants to do it again, coming from a long way back in Class A. George ECONOMIDES still in second position. Valdi Meintjes in third. Gerard Henning fourth. And that Quinton Needham car just doesn't want to break, bud.
He's having a little bit of problems there of his own. He really has to hang tight. He's got the Wins car behind him and looking pretty dangerous at that stage is Juan GERBER. Then it's Wayne Masters, Performance Masters there, putting the pressure onto the back end of the Polo. And the Haupt car is definitely under some massive pressure now from that Golf.
I wonder if Wayne Masters is thinking, hey, this game is upped a little bit, or if he's just a little bit rusty at the moment.
Probably feeling a little bit of the rust, I have to say, taking a couple of months off to help out his son in the karting.
Yeah, but he's doing a good job. He hasn't broken it yet. That's a first for Wayne, eh? Oh, I don't know.
Nice, Wayne. Good stuff there, buddy. Henning, though, this is the man on the move. This is a dangerous man here. And as they come in amongst the back markers, I think Valdi's going to have his wits about him. Because Gerard Henning just says, I'm coming through, buddy. You're going to have to move your Polo, or I'm driving through you.
Valdi Meintjes waving his hand at the back marker there. Come on, Valdi, even though everybody's got to start somewhere. And Gerard Henning sitting there going, I'm going to have a go. Valdi Meintjes moves to the inside. Has he got a problem? Or does he know that Gerard has got a little bit more pace? He wants to tuck in behind him and run to the front of the field again.
You see Needham going through the back marker as well. Then the battle between Smallberger and, of course, the man in that Golf 4. Really pushing it to the limit, down the mine shaft now. This is where these cars really start to feel the effects of the 2 races, and you actually see Gerard Henning just waving his hand, thanking Valdi for giving him a little bit of extra space.
Valdi Meintjes hasn't let up though. He's bending that motor car, lifts the wheel really high off the ground. But out in front, Lee Thompson is still going away. He is coming through these back markers. Whoa! A spinner! A crasher!
Badresh Lala parked in the middle of the circuit. Hopefully going to move that car. You can see the yellow flags are waving frantically, and hopefully no one's going to come to grips with that car. It is parked in a very precarious position in my liking. Gina Munro is one of our lady drivers. Her first time out in this big field where everybody's together, so it must be quite daunting. Here comes the battle for Class B, and Jannie's hanging on.
Jannie holding on really, really hard. Quinton Thompson sitting right in there going, come on, Jannie, let's go. And he's going to have a go at him. They want the bragging rights. Last race of the year. They're going down to the position where that car is stuck in the middle of the road. I hope they've moved it. I wouldn't be sitting in that car. Were I Badresh Lala, I would be out and over the Armco barrier. So hopefully the car's out the way. Let's have a look. Turn 2. This is it. There it is. It's still in the way. What is going on here, Greg?
Yeah, I think the problem that the Kyalami marshals have got is because there's 60 cars on the track, there's not enough time for them to run on and pull the car off. I just saw Badresh jumping over the tyre wall, so he's not in the car. The hassle that I have with it, though, is, check this out. Here comes a three-way battle. Eben Rothman going to go on the inside of Andrea BATE. He's going to, if he goes on the inside, yeah, that car's on the inside. He's got it sideways.
Whoa.
Wow, he was lucky there. Man, that could have been ugly.
No, that would have been insane. He throws it away. I don't know. Look at the black skid marks. He probably saw it at the last minute. Jumped on the clamps and just hold on.
Well, he got it completely sideways. I don't think he clips it. He just gets on the inside. No, he does. He clips it on the back end there. Red flags out. About time. I think it's about time that the red flags came out because that car was in a very dangerous position. That means Lee Thompson is going to take Class A ahead of George ECONOMIDES and Henning. And Stuart MACK will take Class C ahead of Smallberger and Andre Needham.
The final race of the day, final race of the season, Class A's here at Kyalami. Tell me about it.
Unfortunately, with the demise of Eddie Rodriguez, which is sad, you know. I had my own fair share problems in the first heat, and I think if he didn't fall out, we would have had a race for the championship down to the wire. But you know, it's racing. I've been there for donkey years now already, and I've been through the same. It's just one of those things. But everything went well again today. A special thanks to BizUp South Africa, Micro and them at VW Motorsport for helping me out with all the Vivo parts. Just everybody at Lee Thompson Racing, thanks for the whole year, and it's been a good one, and I think we might just try Polo Cup next season, so let's see how it goes.
Stuart MACK, saved by the yellows, wouldn't you say?
Saved by the yellow, saved by the red flag at the end of it. I got such a good start with the bedlam of starting all the cars together, and I got a big gap on him and got cars in between, and I thought, right, Charles, come catch me now. And he was catching me slowly. I thought, right, maybe I'll keep him out. Then we red flag 2 laps to go, and I'll take the win. And it's 2 laps short, but I'll take it anyway.
A double on the day for Ryan Thole. That allows him to outdo Voter and gives him the Class B victory as well as the championship. Yannick van Rooyen beats out the 2 Thompsons and Andrea BATE for Class B. Class X, Greg Gossman with a double. Justin Taylor outdoing Gavin Munro.
Double for the day. Have the scrutineers sealed your engine to see that it's all legal?
They have indeed. I think the only problem is going to come with Nathan's. They're the one who prepped the engine, so hopefully they're going to be okay. But big thanks to Nathan. That's you, by the way. And Dean and Jade and the whole Nathan's Motorsport team. They put me in a fantastic car this year. And I'm sorry for my Mikey Voter, who lost it at the final hurdle. But hey, as the saying goes, he'll be back next year, I'm sure.
Class B and overall goes to Quinton Thompson. Class A to Lee Thompson. Class C to Charles Smallberger. And Class P to Ryan Thole. A big thanks and a very happy Christmas from all the Goldwagen guys. And we'll see you all next year for the next round of the Pro Tour.